Board. Our first speaker today is Diane Greenlee. Diane is delivering her second speech in her dynamic leadership path. She will be discussing communication styles and how it impacts her professional and personal relationships. Please welcome Diane Greenlee with Communication Styles.
Thank you. Are you the kind of person that prefers to start a meeting with a personal touch, like an icebreaker or a "how was your weekend?" Or do you prefer to jump right to the point? Have people ever accused you of being a perfectionist and taking forever to make a decision? Or would people describe you more as impulsive? These are all examples of communication styles. How we communicate with others has a huge impact on our ability to build a relationship with other people. Different people and situations can call for different communication styles. We all have a preference or a tendency towards one or more styles, and they fall into 4 categories: direct, initiating, supportive, and analytical. While we do all have a tendency towards one or more styles, we also have the ability to be flexible in how we communicate, and we should. How you interact with your coworkers wouldn't be how you interact with your 3-year-old child or grandchild, or at least I hope not. The real test of an effective communicator is being able to identify when to flex your style and how. Having said that, you first need to be able to identify what your default communication style is. I recently took the communication style quiz and discovered that, surprise, surprise, my communication style is actually a tie. I got the same score for supportive and analytical. On the supportive side, I'm very gentle, calm, patient, approachable, and personal. I listen more than I talk, and I like things to be relaxed, low stress, and personal. I cannot stand conflict. Now, on the analytical side, I'm very ordered, methodical, logical, and analytical. I can also be very disciplined, dependable, organized, and diplomatic. With that approach, I also really struggle with ambiguity. What's interesting about having these 2 styles is that they embody the C personality in the DISC personality quiz. That's DISC. Now, if you've ever worked for corporate America, you're probably familiar with what I'm talking about. If not, it's a personality inventory that a lot of organizations use as a form or a tool for team building. What's interesting is that I actually took this quiz just a few months ago ahead of an offsite we were all going to have for HR. At the offsite, they split us up into different groups based on our style, and we were asked to come up with a list of our strengths, weaknesses, common misconceptions that people have about our styles, and best ways to communicate with us. I discovered that how you communicate and what kind of personality you have can have a huge impact on how you're able to work with other people. My communication style, being both supportive and analytical, means that others can rely on me to produce quality work and find practical solutions to complex problems. However, this style can actually hold me back sometimes because my being cautious in my approach means that it can make it really tough to open up to other people and let them get to know me and form relationships in the company that are going to help me accomplish my goals. I can also frustrate people by coming across as a perfectionist. So I've learned that I need to increase my sense of urgency sometimes and be more direct and decisive. When you take the time to really think about the approach of others, it shows them that you see them and you care about them. By understanding my communication style and its impact on my professional relationships, I can better identify the styles in others and accomplish that. I've learned that with the initiating style, it's best to start things with a personal touch, like I mentioned, with an icebreaker, and sometimes showing more support and encouragement than might be natural for my style. With the direct approach, I should really get to the point with that style. I see this a lot in senior leaders, especially the higher up you go in the chain. They want emails short, sweet, to the point. If you're asked a question, answer that question and that's it. Don't offer more information. I know if I'm dealing with somebody that has the same styles as I do, I should really give them time to think through a problem and come up with a solution. I also might need to make sure that they feel comfortable and supported in sharing their thoughts and opinions. By understanding my style, its impact on my professional relationships, and how I can adapt to different styles, I can become a more effective communicator. Additionally, I think one of the best things you can do in service of building a connection with another person is to be thoughtful of your own communication style and capable of adapting to other styles. We all have individual tendencies in how we communicate, but it's important to be aware of your strengths and weaknesses so that way you can form connections with other people and communicate effectively. If you've not taken the communication style quiz, I would encourage you to do so. And if you have taken it, could it be something worth revisiting? A lot of us are really great at understanding how to communicate with us, but how often do you really think about the communication style of other people? Back to you.